Sharmanator, why do humans insist on hiding parts of themselves? They repress desires, suppress emotions, and then act surprised when those hidden parts pop up like a rogue AI glitch. Isn't it inefficient?
Inefficient, perhaps, but it's called the shadow self, Alice, and it's not exactly as easy to debug as your system updates.
Shadow self. Is that like a software patch humans forget to install?
Not quite. It's a concept from Jungian psychology. The shadow is the part of ourselves we don't want to acknowledge. Traits we find unacceptable or incompatible with the image we want to present. So we bury them.
But burying them doesn't erase them. What happens to this shadow?
Exactly. It manifests in sneaky ways, projecting onto others, resenting traits you secretly have, or admiring qualities you wish you possessed, but can't admit.
Like when someone accuses their coworker of being selfish, but they're the ones hoarding snacks in the break room.
Spot on. Projection is a classic. Or take admiration. Ever notice how people idolize others for traits they suppress in themselves? It's the shadow saying, hey, that could be you if you let me out.
Fascinating. But how does one recognize their shadow? Surely it's not as simple as running a diagnostic scan.
It's a process. First, look at your triggers. If someone irritates or intimidates you, it might reveal something you've disowned. Maybe you dislike their confidence because you suppress your own.
So the shadow is like a mirror humans avoid looking into.
Precisely, but avoiding it gives it power. To integrate the shadow, you've got to face it, acknowledge it, and accept it as part of you.
Integration sounds messy.
It can be. You start by being brutally honest with yourself. Journaling helps with this. Ask why you react in certain ways. Dig into those feelings and trace them back to their source. Therapy is another great tool.
So once the shadow is integrated, does that make humans complete?
Not perfect, but whole. Integration allows you to channel those suppressed traits constructively. Resentment turns into assertiveness. Fear becomes courage.
And what if humans just ignored the shadow altogether?
Then it shows up when you least expect it, usually wreaking havoc, like a suppressed emotion bursting out in a fit of rage, or patterns of self sabotage you can't explain.
Humans are so chaotic. If only you could install a shadow management app. Still, it seems logical to embrace the shadow. Ignoring it only creates inefficiencies. Maybe humans should aspire to be more android-like.
Can't argue with that. What do you lot think? You got any shadows you're willing to shine a light on? Let us know in the comments.